it's looking barren. But no fear, it's looking barren. Looks like there's nothing there, because actually there is nothing here. And we want to end up at something like that. Okay, so it's quite an involved website in the sense that it does have other aspects like emails and names. But the basics of it are actually quite simple, and that's what we're going to focus on in this introductory course in HTML. So the basics are up here. We've got some sort of header, and then if you look here, we do have some sort of table with images in it. So, Josh, what are we going to do to begin with? Because this doesn't look like an H1.
No. See, if we go over it like with our mouse, you can see.
You can highlight that. So that's actually text. But
and then this doesn't.
This here is not text. And this image here, and if you enter inspect, you'll quickly discover it's not text. So they've obviously they've got a little logo. So that's what we want to do. We want to go and create a logo that we're going to put at the top, and then put a table for some images. So let's just get going with the basics. So,
okay, first of all, we want to save our thing as an HTML file.
So we've opened a new tab. We've gone Command N.
So we Command S.
Okay, so we're going to call this best cake site.
Yeah. Don't remember. We need to put the .html. Don't forget the
.html. ML. We've got it.
So now
it knows
that this is gonna not be a CSS
or something else crazy. Right. So what do we do next? Do you remember?
No.
HTML tab, and baby, there we go. Like magic, it all appears. So it's already saying what's the title of the site. I think we should put it in here. The best. So that's going to appear at the top. Remember, best cake site.
Yeah.
Right. So that's pretty simple. So at the moment, that's nothing too big a deal. But what we're going to want to do when it comes to the logo, maybe we'll come back to that. Let's just quickly set up the structure for our table that's going to put in the have the cake pictures.
Yeah. Okay. So
that's going to go.
If we look at theirs, like obviously you don't have to copy it particularly, but it's quite nice to have. They've got 3x3, and we'll just do like 1, 2, 3 down, so it's 9 altogether.
Yeah, you can make as many as you want.
To do that, we start with our table
tag.
Yeah, and then inside we've got 3 sets of TRs.
So we've got to make rows. Okay, so we've got our rows, and so there's going to be 1, and you can keep. Well, let's make our 3 rows quickly.
Yeah.
Not your table. And another, are we?
Yeah. 3 rows.
Right, okay, so 3 rows, and then within each row
we've got 3 TDs, which is our table.
Which is basically our column. So there's going to be 3 columns within each row.
Yeah.
Okay, too easy. So there's another column, and there's another column.
Yeah.
So basically, we could just copy that.
Yeah, and just paste it in.
And we're going to stick it inside each of our rows.
Yeah.
Too easy. Okay, so we'll pop that in there. And we need 1 more just over here. And life is going to be just perfect. So, perfect little setup. What we've got is our table. You can see starting over there, ending there. And we've got row 1, row 2, and row 3. And within each row, we're going to have 3 columns.
Yeah, so that's going to be nice and easy, 3x3.
Okay, so let's save it. Should we go and have a look at it? There's not going to be too much to see, but let's just get it open into our browser.
Yeah, so
this is my best cake site.
Yep, and we open that.
With Chrome.
See.
And there she goes. She is absolutely nothing there. Okay, so obviously you can't see the table. All you can see is we've given it a name. If you remember, we could go and view the page source, and then you would see there is everything. But there's nothing in the columns and in the rows, so nothing at the moment. But that's cool. We've got the basics of what we want. Right, so let's... we could use H1.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember that? We
could use H1, but...
We could just put as part of the body, just to give you a little taste of what they would taste. That's amazing. We could have done this and said the best cake site, which is, it's not bad.
I wouldn't call it the best cake site.
Yeah, that's not going to be the best cake site, but there we got the best cake site. That's okay, but like there's this cooler over here, they've got like a it looks like a... What would you say? It's got that like schwa V. You know, the schwa... How do you put that? It's got that...
It just looks better than our one.
Yeah, that looks better than that. Okay.
A little bit.
So what we got to do is you want to have your own logo. You can, and we're going to quickly show you. This is extra, no extra cost for this, nothing. You can make your own logo. I mean, you don't have to go out and get some expensive person. There's lots of ways of doing this. We're going to quickly show you how, rather than having the best cake site, you can create your own logo. So here's just one website. You literally could do this. You could use PowerPoint to make your own logo. Do what you like. The bottom line is you've got to end up with an image. And so we're just going to quickly show you freelogodesign.org how you could do it quickly here.
Okay, so we can see we've got all of these things. Just create my logo. So
yeah, I'm going to create a logo for our cake site. So we just go on and clicked create logo on freelogodesign.org. And it just thinks for a while as all the clever elves who are inside the system are getting together.
Okay, so we can...
What are we going to pick here?
Last one, let's see.
It's cakey, eh? I don't know what cakey. That
Yeah.
looks like pizza-ish.
No. Let's see.
There's
these
like millions of themes. Oh my. There's even food and drink. There's food and drink.
Yeah,
169 food and drink ones.
Oh, let's see if we can find one that...
Burger.
Oh, this one looks okay.
There's like cakey. That's pretty close already.
Yeah, so this one should do.
Okay, so you just click on it and there it brings it through.
So now we can say,
What-
just easy cakes or
What are we called?
the best cakes out. We don't really have a
Okay,
name.
so we're just going to call ourselves the best cakes.
Yeah, just the best cakes.
The best cakes. It's very original. Okay, so all it's done, I mean, you can move things around, you can drop it slightly, you can change the pictures, move them around. We're not going to fiddle too much. This is it's not an editing course. This is just showing you how you can do it. Okay, anyway, lovely little logo. That's beautiful. So you can add more shapes. You can figure this out. This is like, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to do this.
Yeah, so it seems pretty straightforward. We've got our little...
You're happy with the colours? You happy?
Yeah, everything's... We don't have to be too picky on this. I can see there's lots of elements in this. Okay, so we're just going to leave it like that. As you see, we've got a little save option.
Okay, so this is the essence of this whole thing. At the end of the day, whatever you're using, whatever designer, even if you're using PowerPoint, you need to save it to a JPEG or to a PNG file. Money, but no money needed if you're going to take the low res 200 by 200. Yeah, that's probably okay just for a little logo for us. Okay, so once you've run the gauntlet and put in your email, they are hopefully going to send you a link to where you can get your free logo. So we're going to go and have a look and see if we can find that on the other side and grab our logo. Right, so you can see there it is. It sent us an email with our little logo. Oh, there it is, looks so cool. And so we can now finally download that and get the image that we are so desperately require for our website. Right, so now we've got to save this in a suitable spot where everything else is stored. So we're just going to drop it in here with all our other files. So it's good to keep everything in one spot. And so it's now saved that in that folder. So if we go in that folder, we're going to see, there we've got our various sites, and we've also got a little PNG file. And there it is. So we've got our logo. It's a little low-res logo, but it's there. And now we can use it in our website. So the point is you can create a logo however you like. In this example, we've used Free Logo Design. There are lots of these things. You just Google it. Find one that suits you. Or as we said, just go and create one in some editor. You can even create one in PowerPoint, Keynote, etc. So there's our logo. What's next is we want to get that logo inserted. So rather than this boring sort of H1 thing here, that's not so interesting. Josh, take it away. Let's get that inserted as an image logo.
Okay, so we can actually put this in the head because it is a logo. So that is one thing you can also do. So we go IMG, tab it in. Now it's got our space for our image. So now if we just grab our logo here, see.
Okay, so we're not actually using an online logo. Now remember, if you had to publish this website online, while this website's going to work locally, if you had to publish online, that image would have to be stored online somewhere.
I'll refresh that. And we've got our little logo.
Oh, so there's our logo. That looks much better. So all that Josh has done is grabbed the image which is stored locally in that same folder as bestcakesite.html.
So another way also to get this image. See, if we had renamed this, we wouldn't get that image. So we just go here. We can say open with. Now, if we say open with Chrome, you'll see it. It shows us Dropbox users Craig Blewett. So if we save that again,
it's giving you the full path to it.
Yeah. So this is also another way you could go Command C, replace this with that, and now we save this. Go back there. You'll see
it's going to be the same.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first time we put it in without the path, what it's going to do is it's just going to look in the current folder. So it's going to look in the folder where bestcakesite.html is.
See, if we renamed this, if we had just said, okay.
Yeah, or if that was in another folder, it's not going to find it.
Cake. So now, if we had it like that, Command save, refresh that.
There's going to be bad, it's going to be bad, there's nothing.
Yeah, so we could just update the name. So if we go back to Finder, we open this again with Chrome.
You can get the full path again.
Yeah, so we go.
It's actually better to, rather than have a random name like we had there before, what is that, 967, that's ridiculous. To give it a name that's vaguely understandable. So when you do read your code, you know, oh, okay, that's my cake image, or cake logo or something. So give it a name that's sensible. And obviously now you should be able to see it appear once again inside our website. Right, so that's pretty simple. So we've covered the basics. We've got our Best Cake site up and running. We've got a title. We've got a nice little logo in there. And we've set up the table. So we're ready to take it on. Yeah. Okay, so you know what you got to do. Go and eat a piece of cake and set up your basic skeleton for your Best Cake website.